pesky things that are showing up in your life. You keep finding yourself connecting with the same woman or the same man, and every time you meet them, they treat you the same way, and it's always bad and all that. Then now it's time to self-reflect, because the common denominator in every relationship is you.
Boom. Booyah.
Uh, Somebody said, everywhere you turn around, there you are.
Wow.
Right.
Yes.
Proverbs
And
18.
think at it and look at it this way. If you're attracting the negative, you're also distracting the positive. So you can look at it either way. The outcome is the same. If you're attracting the negative, you're pushing the positive people that want to be around you, you're pushing them away.
Yeah. And ain't nobody got time for that.
None of that.
Nobody.
None. Come on there. I want to hear from Jennifer for a minute. She said Proverbs something. Who is Proverb?
Who or what does it say?
Who is Proverb? Oh,
Oh Lord. Who is Proverb?
yes.
What?
Come on, Jennifer. How are you?
We're trying to quiet his soul, Jennifer. It's okay.
Oh my goodness. I am fantastic. I have never experienced such an event that we had over this weekend. I'm hoarse.
Wow. Jennifer Horse? What? Jennifer's horse? Come on now. You got to talk back to me. I love it.
But Proverbs 18, when we were talking about showing yourself friendly, that whole chapter in Proverbs talks about intent. And when we were driving through Houston and seeing the homeless people, I don't think I had the same reaction that Lynn did, because I see homeless people every day. You know, don't, I mean, homeless people are always there, even out here in the sticks where I am. You know, you don't know until you know. Someone had to point it out to me initially. There's a guy who walks up and down our highway, and he always has on a winter coat. It doesn't matter what time of year it was. And somebody had to tell me, oh, that he's homeless. And then going into the city, because I work in downtown DC, they're everywhere. So with intent, something that I've been doing for a while now, I don't even know how long I've been doing it. Every time I see a homeless person, it doesn't matter what I have. If it's my breakfast, like I have a pear in the morning, or I have maybe a bottle of Gatorade, I give them that, because I know I can go to the CVS and get something else. In Houston, that was when I was going to pick up Lynn and Sharon from the airport, to take them to the airport. That was the first time a homeless person had walked up to the car in Houston. And so I just reached over. It's like, what do I have? That was my immediate response. So once you start to get in the habit of doing it,
Thank you.
it'll make itself available.
Man, that's good.
That's good.
If you
So-
listen to what she just said, in this case, you start creating habits. You want to create it as a habit simply because, now watch this. Angry people create habits. When things happen, we all, when we keep talking, you, like we say, your subconscious mind is who you respond. That right there is an auto response. So I say, Lynn, what would you do if somebody did such a, I would do, what? You know,
I had a pop quiz last night. I told you.
come
about.
on, y'all. You're going to hear these things. And I'm like, why? Go ahead. What was it?
What, the pop quiz?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This guy.
See right there. Gangsta nigga.
Okay, I mean, I acted accordingly.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, he that there's small confines on the plane, and he spent the extra little $50-$60 to sit in the big seat in the first row. We were on Spirit, and I was sitting directly behind him in my half a seat. So I was trying to make the best of my 2.5 hour ride, and I was attempting to cross my legs and get comfortable, and I probably bumped his chair. But the thing was, he didn't respond until 20 minutes later. We're up in the air, and he decided that he was going to turn around. And when he saw the little brown face that was sitting behind him, at that point he was all in. He had to say something. And he just was like, well, you're kicking my chair, and I think you should put your foot down. And I said, sir, I haven't moved in over half an hour. And that's all I said. And he sat there, he turned around, and he sat back down in his seat. Now, there would have been a time, and not so long ago, that I would have had a lot more conversation for him.
Well, he felt that. He knew what not to do.
Watch this. Now, Darlena said back in the day. Now y'all see, this is I just love who I am right now, because I know, like, you saying what you just said, like, what back in the day before the Christ or before that rifle. So
look, I ain't gonna tell you was back in the day. I'm gonna just say he'd have called me not back in the day, not so long ago.
He just pulling blows at the time.
Oh my God! I'm just saying, and then you noticed this thing because you said
straw yesterday.
Man, this guy, he was so. When I'm telling you, me and Darlena walked in that store. Darlena said, "He's not in Shalom. He's not there." I was like, what? He ain't in Shalom Camp. I said, "What do you mean? He's missing everything. Everything is lacking right now in his life." He just gotta say.
His energy was bad.
But you know these things. See, personal development is a beautiful thing. Because these things that amount, because it's like I keep saying, it's not what's happening, it's how we respond right then in the situation. Yes, go.
We could have easily returned his nastiness.
His dearness.
Because he was very nasty. Instead of us giving that energy back, I just immediately looked at him and said, he's just not in Shalom. Like, everything in his life is messed up. First, he's a tired man at Walmart.
Yeah.
And a Caucasian man, and who knows what his upbringing was. Looked at these two black people talking about fix my tires. He probably like, who is these two nerds asking me to do something, right? And we saw his clothes, his shoes was beat up. Like, you could just see that his life is not going well. So why would I go out my way to return that energy? He just doing that because of his life. And since that's not my life, I'm not going to return that. I don't have no reason to. I'm just going to give him grace and hope that everything gets fixed. That's broke, because everything was broken. Everything. So,
Darlene, so you say he was beat up from the feet up, huh? Lynn, let me tell you, Lynn, yesterday I had the same experience. I sat down, had the house seat. His sister sitting there, and she brought her food on the plane. She elbowing the hell out of me while she eating. I'm cool. I got personal development now. I'm cool. So when we get ready to land in LaGuardia, she's going to hand her bag to the attendant and spill something on me. And I'm saying, I asked the attendant, I said, what was that? She said, I don't know. You have to ask that lady. And I just turned and looked and said, oh, it was only water. But now my sleeve is all wet.
Oh, my God.
My hands and my leg is all wet. It was only water. Now I'm gonna tell you, back a little while ago, and it wasn't that, like Lynn said, it wasn't that long ago. Oh,
Thank you.
she'd have got it.
Got the business. Got the
Yeah,
business.
she'd have got it so bad that she might want to get physical, you know. But
Oh God.
I just looked at her. And, all right, it's water.
You
You
know,
know.
but that's when your love really has to shine. That's when love has. Let me bring this chick right here, Bridget, because she about to lose her mind over there. Bridget!
To the wrong. Hello, hello, hello.
I don't know what's going on over there. Bridget, like, what? I had to call you right.
Listen, listen. I'm talking to my dad's nurse. So I was talking. I'm in the kitchen talking to her. But listen, I first wanted to say to all of LCA, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you. I love y'all so much. And Lady Lynn just talked about this, and Darlana just talked about it, about that energy. You know, when stuff start getting off and you start seeing stuff. I started seeing the little stuff last night. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, I don't care what I'm doing today. I'm gonna stop and get on LCA because I'm like, listen, let me tell you something. My whole life has changed in a matter of months. My 2020 came in rough,
That's right.
and it came in rough. And if I did not have the mindset that I have from the growth that I have,
Yes.
oh baby,
Whew.
it's gonna be wait a minute, Lord have mercy, Jesus. And as Lady Lynn said, look, it wasn't that long ago. I ain't finna say it was way back in the no, baby, it might have been yesterday. Listen, let me explain to you. Okay, so somebody just said, Jennifer said something that just helped me this morning to have a different perspective. The giving part, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna make this real quick. When your name ain't on no paperwork to be beneficiary over nothing, and you still stick around because you have a heart to take care of your stepdaddy. He not my daddy, but I'm not gonna leave this man in this house and just go about my business. I can't do it. And I didn't understand why. I was like, okay, I don't understand why it's me, but something y'all said this morning let me know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm giving from my heart. That's what I got to give. And I have not missed nothing. I'm not, like Darlana said, when you give, you don't lack anything. You can't lack nothing because that's a principle that God put in place. And I don't lack anything. I might lack a little rest. I ended up in the hospital myself because I was stressed out. I haven't had a chance to just really process that, okay, I'm in my mother's house, and I know that she would want us to do things a certain way. But this is like the most, oh my God, hard is an understatement. This is where you gotta grow up. You gotta grow up and be the woman that you saw your mama be. You gotta grow up and be the goodness that you've been learning about. Okay, you've been learning about this, you've been learning about that, you've been learning about this. Now it's game time. You got to put into practice what you learn. Yeah. You can't just talk about it no more. You got to walk the walk.
Jesus.
You got to walk the walk. When they tell you, listen, hey, your heart is over here doing jump ropes. My heart was like, AFib. Anybody that knows about AFib and feel like you running and you sitting still. Your heart is about to just jump. My heart was beating so bad until I felt like I couldn't breathe. All because of the overload of 2020. I'm like, ooh, did 2020 mean oh Lord Jesus? But at the same time, y'all, I'm so grateful that I can look on Facebook and see the good things going on around me. I was so not happy that I couldn't be in Houston this weekend. But I mean, my life has changed, but I'm still paying attention. I'm still holding on to what I've learned. I'm still holding on to the heart that God gave me, because I just said last night, I want to give up on being the person with the heart. I'm tired of the person with the heart. I'm always that person. But this morning, what I heard when I first logged on to LCA has given me a little bit more push. Like, don't give up
Don't give up.
because your heart is your ground. I said I'm responsible for my seeds. Nobody else is. My
Amen.
heart is my ground, and I choose not to allow anything to taint what comes from me. I'm not responsible for what comes from nobody else but me. So I have to keep going. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for the prayers, the love. It does not go unnoticed. I've been very quiet because it's a big one, y'all. This is a big one. But I'm still, as they say in the church, I'm yet holding on.
Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up right now.
What they say in the
What'd you say, Bridget?
Say that again.
What'd you say?
I know what they say in the church. What they say in the church.
Say it again, Bridget.
I'm yet holding on.
Awesome. Amazing. And she's being intentional about it.
Oh God! Yeah.
Intention is all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Intention is everything.
Walk in.
Go ahead. I want you to do this. If y'all got this 3 minutes, just finish this because I want y'all to go over that yourselves. But I want you to finish this chapter because this is. I want you to start though back at the lesson, the lessons, the lessons.
Lesson I learned. The lesson I learned from my conversations with Gary and the other spiritual teachers in this chapter may sound simple, but it is the truth behind all relationships. The energy we put out in the world is the energy we get back. So, if you want more love in your life, set your intention to be more loving. If you seek kindness, focus your energy on empathy and compassion. Conversely, if you wonder why there are so many angry people in your life, look no further than the resentment you hold in your own heart.
God.
Anyone who's on a path of a spiritual awakening, which we are, needs to know that it's sometimes difficult. It's challenging when you declare, I want to grow, I want to be better than I've known myself to be, but I don't see the opportunity to craft our own lives as a burden. I see it as one of the gifts of being alive. For so many years, I've suffered from what I call a disease to please. Wow. Disease to please. You mean that thing got a name?
What
Disease.
Well, you about to be on this call longer.
I worry that if I ever said no to something, people were going to think I wasn't nice. Or they might think I was selfish and ask, why wouldn't she do that for me? The power of intention cured me of that. I stopped listening to that little voice in my head that was trying to convince me of what other people thought. I made the shift to listen to the truth of who I really was, telling me what I really wanted. This shift can happen for you too. Before you agree to do anything that might add even the smallest amount of stress in your life, ask yourself, what is my truest intention? Give yourself time to let the answer resound within you or resonate. When the intention is right and the answer is yes, I guarantee your entire body will feel it.
God.
True.
Wow. Whoa.
We need this
Deliverance.
yeah, we need to all agree on this. Blessed agree.
All I can say is
Ooh.
I've been cured of that disease. Antidote. The first thing I had to do was put 800 miles between me and my family. That's when I first moved to Atlanta in 2015. I moved to Atlanta in 2015 because I didn't know how to say no.
No.
And as I was close, I was going to say yes. No matter what my kids asked me for, no matter what my family needed, I was going to say yes. And it was all to my detriment. I lost my house because I lent my mortgage money out. I kept doing it over and over and over until I had no house. And it was like, all right, you keep doing this stuff. I don't know what it is, but you need to get out of here. And I put that not for them, but for me, so I can learn how to take care of myself first, because I wasn't doing that. Crazy. I got all kinds of things going on for myself. I need money for this, that, and the third, and I'm giving it all away, or not working because I'm babysitting the kids and doing all this stuff. And you have to realize you got to take care of yourself first. You got to put your own oxygen mask on. It took me a couple of years being there to learn how to say no. And even now that I'm back in Philly, sometimes I say to my kids, do what you did when I wasn't here.
I knew it.
Exactly. You got to. And you really, 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 really have to. Guys, I know what? When I moved to Atlanta in 2009, I was like, wow. My son called me on the phone one day. He said, Dad, you ain't gonna believe what happened. I said, what? He said, your girl is pregnant, isn't she? He said, how you know? I said, oh man, I am so proud of you. If you ever want to bring the grandbaby down, you're more than welcome. Guys, take control. Take control over your life. Because if you don't, the Rugrats will all day.
Okay. And they will be very intentional about it.
And they will be intentional about it.
Be mad when to cuss you when you say no. Like, okay, that's how you feel, whatever. Like, I do not engage. My mom said, how your daughter doing? What's going on with her? I said, oh, Mom, that's that lady business. You want to know that lady business, you need to call her at when you get in the you gotta be part of it, all this kind of stuff. So I mind my business. My comes to is that no news is great.
Goodness. Go ahead, Malcolm. Let's go. Take me home, man. I gotta get out of here. I'm tired.
I'll let you get out of here, Kim, but I can't let you get out of here and just run over this.
Oh my God.
This page. You've got to do remedial training on this. We're gonna have to go back over this, man. That stuff is too deep, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think many of us agree, Tramika.
Mm-hmm.
This is deep.
Yeah.
This is deep. Mm-hmm. So we've had books like this before, where we tried to rush through things so that we could try to hurry up. Yeah. The last book we had, you kept saying we're gonna get finished right. We gonna get finished right. Then we hit a sentence. We hit a sentence. It's down a sentence for a week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to I'm like, wow, this thing is just like, yeah.
Kill.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Look, watch this. I talk about the importance of intention so much that people often recite my own words back to me. Just hearing intention rules every outcome makes me want to stand up and cheer. The lesson I learned from my conversations with Gary and other spiritual teachers in this chapter may sound simple, but it is truth behind. It's the truth behind all relationships. Listen, Oprah said she was scared what people thought.
She tell you what she said?
She had to come to grips with who Oprah really was. As big as she was, she had to come to grips with who Oprah was. Because she was afraid of what people were going to think, because she didn't give something. Man, Oprah gave all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But man, war.
Oracle.
Wow.
Behind that truth of knowing who you are.
What?
That's man. Listen. I talked about this 2 years ago. And you know what book I got it out of. Man, look, when you look in that mirror, I know you know that person's name, but do you know who that person is?
You know their name. Do you know who they are?
You know the government name, but you were given a name before you were given that government name. You were given a mission before you were given that government name. From the moment of your conception, you were sent here with a mission and a gift. Guys, I can't get off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I see Oprah. Oprah was in that same vein.
Yeah, buddy.
And she's in there now with this particular passage of teaching. She's trying to pull us out of that. Know who you are. It will change your life. I learned it from a guy named Jemiah the Truth Mummer. You look, if you ever going to be unoffendable, it's only because you're going to know the truth about you.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Personal development 101.
I love you, Kemp Satchis.
I love you too, my man.
I love LCA. I love all of you guys.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Unconditional love.
Hey. Well, with that being said, have a great day, y'all. Y'all can speak and say bye to one another, but I got to go.
Great day.
Have a great
day, all.
Best day so far.
LCA. Throw up the L's. Throw up the L's. LCA.
All right.
Oh,
Right, with my partner.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Brittany, my daughter. Where you at, girl?
Daddy.
Elan,
D-Man, where you at, my brother?
Say hi, Dad.
I'm gonna call you later.
The living legend, Carl.
Oh, yeah,
T.
let me
Harris.
know what happened.
He's right there in the house. Big D!
Yes, sir, bro.
Big D in the house. Now give it up for Big D. Mickey Dub.
Welcome.
Throw up the L.
Jen, I love you, Jennifer.
ECL, I see in the corner down there. Elizabeth Sharon S.C. Carter.
yeah, where that Carter person at? That's what I want to see.
Carter.
Where's she at?
Carter.
She's still under the bed.
ELT.
I'll get ready tomorrow.
Where you at? Where you at? Under the sink?
You need to quit, man. Come on, Satchis.
Oh my God, y'all stupid. Have a great day. Gosh. Woo.